Okay, let's get some perspective right now from the defense's opening. Joining me right now from Jacksonville State University, forensic death investigator Joseph Scott Morgan. Joseph, great to have you here as they talk about gangs and gang killings based upon the brutality of this crime. What do you think about that?
Hey, great to be with my friends here at Law&Crime this morning. Yeah, I got to tell you, Jesse, having worked cases involving gang violence, particularly cartel violence, it's over the top many times, and they do send messages. I think that that's a valid point. But the other thing that you have to integrate into these thoughts is, what about intimate violence, where you have somebody that is in a contentious relationship, personal relationship with someone, and the individual strikes out, where you have overkill. And in Miss Peters' case, she was shot multiple times, Jesse, and I mean it was horrible what she endured and what those children endured. Her death was not necessarily quick. Layer upon layer of blood evidence. You've got at least 4 projectiles that were removed from her body, not to mention rounds that may have passed through her remains as well. And they're going to have a devil of a time in court, I think, trying to separate out this violence, because
Right.
both of these stories that they're putting out lend themselves to a particular narrative, and either one of them could actually fit. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I want to talk about that on the other side. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we may be back live with opening statements from the defense. Stay tuned. Okay, Catherine, let me start with you. How is the defense doing at pointing the finger at alternative suspects here? Because this might be a complicated set of scenarios, but however, the evidence seems, or at least what they're going to hopefully present, seems to suggest there might be alternative parties here.
It's overwhelmingly a flood of evidence to suggest that there were other people. I mean, we have DNA evidence. We may actually have an individual who's going to say on the stand that it was him. We have a CI who recorded other people admitting to the murder. There's just so much there.
Now, Joseph, let me turn to you. The last part we heard about DNA and trying to strike against what the prosecution said. Well, why would Segura's DNA be in that bathtub? And he tried to explain it about his relationship to his son. What did you make of that?
That there's familial DNA that's there, and so you've got this son who is also a potential contributor. He cannot be excluded, and so that is significant. And Jesse, this this case is going to be so layered with evidence, and commingling is not just a term that you use to describe the DNA evidence that is bonded together, but also all of these various narratives that come along with all of the science behind this, not just DNA, but we're talking about the blood stain analysis, as well as this kind of dance that he implied that started in the bedroom and kind of advanced through there. And everybody is going to have a theory. And what's really interesting is that the defense has already stated they're going to have their own experts that are going to be coming forward. So this is going to make for a very interesting commentary going forward. One thing you have to be very careful with in this, and that's what I refer to as death by science, and that is it can literally kill a case on the part of the prosecution, because you can just overwhelm people with so much data that the truth gets lost. And so they have to be very, very careful with this going forward.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen, because we know how that presentation of evidence can go. Not the most interesting. However, there is a lot for the defense to go here. They are ready. They are primed. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will be live. Stay tuned.